is this Bitcoin analysis for being bearish long term? I think for now it's basically short-term analysis, Bill.
Yes. As a matter of fact, all analysis is now short-term analysis.
Yeah, because I believe the charts you showed were like 45-minute charts, so it's like super short-term.
Right. Right. So I'm starting with short-term. You know, I think, and this is a good point. I'm glad this person brought this up. Bitcoin, Ethereum have got problems along with all other risk assets at the moment. Now, one of the things you have to remember, particularly if it gets ugly, is there has to be an event that helps port legacy investors over to crypto. And most likely, you know, if there's an ugly event, you know, crypto's not going to go up during that event probably, but when it settles, okay, it could be the buying opportunity, I don't know, of the decade, really, especially if there's a big smash. So all analysis is short-term until we get some clarity.
Now, I just want to chime in there with price predictions from Token Metrics. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. So our models are predicting a short-term dip. They think Bitcoin could go as low as 10,400, but surprisingly, as we approach the election, they have Bitcoin going to about 11,200 or so. So interesting that, so the models are basically, they see Bitcoin kind of having a short-term dip, pretty much going sideways and then rising as we approach towards the election. Same thing with Ethereum. Actually, kind of different. So Ethereum is probably going to be going flat based on the prediction. So it will be going sideways from 350 to 341 or so as we approach the US election. So that's what Token Metrics says. Now, if we go to the ratings on the TA, the monthly TA is bearish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But at this point in time, I'll trust the price prediction more than the technical analysis, because from our testing, the price prediction has been more accurate per se. Bill, any further comments on this or thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the best case scenario is that crypto could just like ride out the storm by going sideways. I mean, I mean, it makes for a really short show, but that would be that would be the optimum if crypto really just sort of shrugged it all off.
Yeah. So some questions here from the audience. Should I dollar cost average on alts or buy more Bitcoin? Okay. Very interesting question. Depends. Everything depends. Bill, your take?
Okay. So here's my, don't dollar cost average in alts, because we don't know if the SEC is done yet. Right. I mean, I have slides for this too, but you don't want to catch the falling knife in altcoins after what the SEC just did. I can go into details.
The CFTC, you mean, with BitMEX?
Right. We're talking, yes, we're talking CFTC.
SEC combined as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. The BitMEX, I'm calling it the BitMEX roundup. Okay. You know, if you have that, you know, that could have substantial impact on altcoins, because it can impact the exchanges that altcoins trade on. Should you buy more Bitcoin? Sure. Should you be buying it now? No. There's so much news flow out there that I would rather somebody say, you know, Bill, you missed the bottom. I'd be like, okay, I missed the bottom if it goes straight up. But in this type of environment, this reminds me of prior eras like 2008, where bad news would come out and go, wow, we know it's not good, but what should we do? That didn't have a pretty outcome. So hang on to your money and wait. There'll be an opportunity.
Okay. And then one of the question that's kind of tied to that, somebody was saying they transferred some money to Pax Gold as a hedge. Basically, they bought some gold as a hedge.
Right.
Yeah, I think Pax Gold could be a hedge. It's actually right now it's the fourth rated token on Token Metrics, but even the TA on that is neutral. However, the price predictions for gold are pretty optimistic. Let me pull that up here. Okay, sorry, just give me a second. I'm doing this here on Zoom. Yeah, so if we go to the price predictions on Pax Gold, yeah, I mean, they have gold going all the way to 2,400, 2,500 even. And obviously, these price predictions aren't perfect, right? This is not financial advice. Use this as just kind of a guideline of where our models think the trend is going. Curious to see also what Bill has to think to kind of comment or mention when it comes to gold.
All right. Well, the full faith and credit of the U.S. government is going to be in question, whether there's a problem with equities or there's a problem with bonds. And frankly, interestingly, everything has totally mooned this year except gold. Like gold has gone up, but as we know it in crypto, it hasn't mooned. So could gold moon off this? It could. It could. Right? I mean, guys have been holding on to gold for a long time. They're not going to get out now.
Yeah, so Greg on Twitter says Trump got sick, gold jumped, and Bitcoin dropped. Then, well, kind of. I mean, there are so many factors at play, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly what. But I mean, gold has been pretty resilient since the pandemic happened, and I think lots of people have been. You basically have two kinds of people. Two people going into gold. I'm sorry, some going into gold and some going into Bitcoin. Bitcoin as the digital gold. But I think now almost every investor understands that the world has changed and they project inflation to come, right? Whether it's due to QE or whatever reasons, they see all this money being printed and they know that they're about to lose purchasing power. And they're trying to find other ways to store their wealth. And some are getting into gold, some are getting into crypto. All right, so tell us what you think down in the comments below.